They can rob, assault, and burglarize cars, but Elon's X, that goes too far. San Francisco officials have filed a complaint against Twitter and are investigating this big, bright X sign on the roof of what used to be the social media company's headquarters in downtown for a possible permit violation. So what does the X mean? No, it's not marking the only spot in town that hasn't been pooped on yet. It's part of Elon Musk's rebranding of Twitter to the new company X. It's like New Coke for people too young to remember New Coke. What is that? I bought it. People had stopped installation last Monday, but the sign still popped up by Friday. And evidently, the glare from the X was distracting to residents who were only trying to defecate in the street. Of course, police stopped it because if there's anything police have in San Francisco, it's a lot of free time. And this morning, the sign was taken down. But maybe authorities should be focused on more pressing issues, like, maybe the homeless. And it's bad when people in tents are reporting home invasions. Of course, there's the crime. Even murderers are moving out because they don't feel safe. Poor guys. Homicides are up 23% from last year. Hell, they're actually running low on potential victims. Robberies are up 13%. It's hard to believe there's anything left to steal. And auto theft is up 10.5%. But instead, San Fran targets Elon's sign. Officials say replacing or installing a giant one on top requires a permit. Ironically, something that doesn't require a permit, taking a dump on the sidewalk. No wonder they're doing it. Paul, you're a law enforcement dude.
Rumor has it.
Yes. Is this just not ever going to turn around? Is it hopeless? I mean, you were here you're in your almost early 70s. They didn't even laugh,
name
Paul.
checking me.
They didn't even laugh.
Yeah, thanks a lot, folks.
That was amazing. They thought that I was telling the truth.
Yeah, they did.
But you were here when Giuliani turned things around. Is that possible?
No, it's not possible. I don't know what happens out in San Francisco. The bigger problem here is that all of the major cities around the country, which are Dem-run, look at this and say, hey, that looks like a good idea.
Yeah.
And are following the exact same policy. So Philadelphia, New York's getting there. Memphis, Baltimore, Chicago, you could go on. And they're all following the same path. And, when you see cities prioritizing taking down letters off the top of a building, when the crime numbers are what you saw there, obviously it's not going to end well. But here's the real problem. We need Musk.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid he's sort of like sliding into the abyss here a little bit. We don't need him rebranding. First of all, you can't say I X'd last night. I X'd that at you. Mm-hmm. What was wrong with tweet?
Yeah.
What is he changing that for? So I don't understand, and here's why. We need him to hold the line on social media, and we need him to kick Zuckerberg's ass, right?
Yeah. So somebody was pointing this out to me that, when you pronounce X, when it's in the front of something like President Xi, is it Xi?
Xi.
Xi. So if you weren't on Twitter, it would be called...
Yeah, in Shanghai. But yeah, I don't think that applies here.
How many people tweet on the toilet? So, Kat, obviously I went there.
So glad you did.
Yeah. The one thing though, what people don't realize is that crime could be worse if it wasn't for the potency of the drugs. Because what people are seeing right now, I think in San Francisco and especially Philly, yeah. And our streets in New York, if anybody in the audience are walking around, the danger of getting mugged is far less because the drugs incapacitate or kill the people on them. It's like it's zombie land. Anyway, not so much a question as it is an observation.
Well, the downers, at least.
Yeah, the downers.
The tweakers are a different story.
Yeah, I don't see many tweaking. I only see downers.
Yeah. It's harder to take pictures of the tweakers. They're running around all over the place.
Yeah. They're very fast.
This doesn't surprise me because it's an opportunity for the government to make money. Mm-hmm. This is the stuff that they always go after. Mm-hmm. Like I had plates on my car when I was living one place from another place, and they were following me. They were like, she still has these plates. We have to get them back. And I was like, no, I keep visiting, which was a lie, obviously. But they got me. Mm-hmm. And I think that if you might have given them an idea, like they actually might start requiring permits to dump on the street.
Yeah, that's
It's a
great
business opportunity for them. That's why they care. It's because he didn't get the permits. Now that maybe they can get more money off of him. That's why they're making it a priority.
Why don't they have like you have vendors in New York selling hot dogs, and they're not very good hot dogs, let's be honest, but they're called street dogs, right? Dirty dogs.
Yeah, dirty waters. Yeah.
Why don't they have vendors selling like mini rolls of toilet paper in bags?
Because then it's still going to be all over the street. You're just going to add toilet paper to it. Mm-hmm. That's not really addressing the issue.
You know, I was told there's no such thing as a bad idea.
That used to be a saying until you said that thing about the toilet paper.
What is the solution, Aaron Perini?
It is to crack down on crime so that, the bureaucrats and the regulators who are climbing up there and ripping down the X off the top of the building, don't look like they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing. If you handled the crime problem, maybe you could hate the fact that there are regulators going up there and taking down a big X, but it's great marketing. We're all talking about it. If Elon did anything, he's rebranding, but there's an entire conversation about the fact that he put a giant X on a building, and San Francisco still has a massive crime problem.
Yeah. So, Jamie, you'd love to take down your ex.
Yeah. That's good. I haven't seen an X taken down that fast since my divorce. That's pretty good. They would have left it if he had just written excrement. They don't touch that in San Francisco.
That is true.
Is it not a little weird, though? Elon just yesterday Elon tweeted yesterday, everyone's moving out of San Francisco. We're not going to. We're going to stay. Mm-hmm. And then they do this. That's the part I don't understand. I feel like they kind of need him, right? I was just in San Francisco.
Really?
And there was a sign that said, if you see something like suspicious, you should say something. And I called right away. I was like, dude, there's a guy and he's pooping in a toilet.
Did they send somebody?
Yeah. I go, I don't think he's from around here.
That's it?
I think so.
All right, good. I always like to check. You never know. Mm-hmm. You never know. All right, up next, why teen boys are leaning right and sex robots that could cause a fright.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.